I don't know how to start this. I'm gonna sound crazy no matter what I say, so I'm just gonna, whatever. First of all, there's not like a crazy, like, it's not like I've seen a ghost, but I feel like there's a ghost in my house. In my room specifically, but my house. Ever since I was young, I've always had sleeping problems. It's not something new. I've always had a hard time going to sleep and staying asleep when I finally do sleep, if that makes sense. I would take sleeping pills or something. I would just force myself. There's been a couple times in my life where I've had sleep paralysis. I had it maybe once a year before this year. And then this year I started getting sleep paralysis every night. Not even every night, every time I would sleep, even when I would nap for a month straight. A month straight, anytime I would sleep, anytime I'd fucking nap, I'd get sleep paralysis. And if you don't know what sleep paralysis is, it's basically when you wake up but your body's asleep and you can't wake yourself up. And it's fucking scary, and it only happens to people like once a year, or no actually what normal people get sleep paralysis at the maximum 3 times in their life, if even that. It's not something that's really common. It'll happen to people, but it's not common for it to happen consistently every fucking night for a month straight. Like, I would Google it, I looked up like, why am I having sleep paralysis every night, and like nothing really pops up. And while I was looking that up, it was saying that it's not common at all, or like you shouldn't get sleep paralysis while taking naps. And if y'all know me, I love taking my naps. I fucking take naps all the time during the day. I would get sleep paralysis while I was fucking napping, and it doesn't make sense, because you're supposed to go through the stages of sleep, and like at a certain stage of sleep is when you get sleep paralysis. I believe, I'm not sure, I didn't Google this, I don't know, like REM sleep, which is when you're in deep sleep. But when you take a nap, usually you don't go to that stage of sleep. So like, I don't know if that makes sense. You're not supposed to get sleep paralysis. It's not something that's really common. But I would get it during naps. I would get it at night when I'm sleeping. I would get it in the fucking morning. I'd get it like any time of the day when I'm sleeping. I get it. Like, I can't sleep without getting it. And it drove me fucking crazy. And if you've ever had sleep paralysis, you know how fucking scary it is, how terrifying it is. And I've had it so many times that I know how to calm myself down already. Like, I know how to just like get rid of it. Like, I wake up, and if I'm in a sleep paralysis episode, I guess, I know how to calm myself down and just force myself to go back to sleep so that it'll go away. May or June, it was between. That was the month that I consistently had sleep paralysis every single night. Before that month, I would have sleep paralysis. It was just like once a week. It wasn't so consistent. And then it hit that month, and then I just got it every single night. Sorry, I keep repeating myself, but like, I feel like people don't understand me when I say this. So I need to like put it in your fucking brains, like every single night, sleep paralysis every single night for a fucking month. It was horrible. So then I slept over at my boyfriend's house, in his bed. Never slept over there before. And I slept there for 4 nights, and I didn't get sleep paralysis. Even when I napped on his couch, I didn't get sleep paralysis when I was at his house. So when I slept over at his house, I guess that kind of broke the chain, or like it broke that pattern of me getting sleep paralysis every night. So when I came back home and I slept in my bed, I didn't have it for a week. Maybe borderline 2 weeks. And I remember I texted him, and he's my witness, he knows everything about this. I was telling him it was so weird how after I slept at his house and I was with him and whatever, that I wasn't having sleep paralysis anymore. But of course, that didn't last for long, because why would I get a good night's sleep? Why? So then I had a nightmare, a really bad nightmare. I can't remember what it was, but I know it was really bad because I'm a vivid dreamer. As soon as I wake up, I remember all of my dream vividly, every single thing in my dream, whether it be good or bad. I just remember all of my dreams. It was a really bad nightmare, and ever since that night, the sleep paralysis cycle started again. So I started getting sleep paralysis anytime I'd sleep in my bed. So I decided, you know what, I get sleep paralysis only when I'm in my room. If someone sleeps with me, like if I have a friend over and they sleep with me, or if my brother comes and sleeps in my bed, I don't get sleep paralysis. But when I'm alone in this bed, I fucking get it. And it doesn't make sense. So the only way I've been able to sleep at night is I will sleep in the living room by myself, and I'm perfectly fine. I don't get sleep paralysis. Or if I sleep with my brother, which is perfectly fine. Anywhere else in the house, I'm perfectly fine, except my fucking room. And actually, a couple days ago, like 4 days ago, I was taking a nap on the couch with all of my family there. My mom, my dad, my brother, they were all watching a movie, and I was taking a nap, and I had sleep paralysis in the middle of that. So I guess my couch is tainted, and I have to find another place to fucking sleep. In sleep paralysis, I usually don't have bad hallucinations or bad visions, or I don't know what it's called. I know a lot of people, when they have sleep paralysis, they see like demons, they see something standing over them watching them. I usually don't, but I've had about 3 incidences where it was bad. The first one that happened, I was sleeping over there in my bed, and there was a black tall figure right here watching me sleep. Not fucking fun to fucking wake up to, you know. So whatever, I think I ended up calming myself down, but then that same night, or in that same episode of sleep paralysis, I ended up seeing like my boyfriend's like right here next to me, and then it's like his body started morphing into other things. Like, it was weird. It didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all, but it's fucking terrifying to see. That was my second hallucination, or whatever it's called. My first one that I ever had, I was sleeping in my bed. I was taking a nap during the day, and it was something walked over to my bed, and it didn't have at first it didn't have a shape to it, or like it wasn't someone I knew. It was just a black figure, and then when it came closer to me, it ended up being my mom. Like, it was in the shape of my mom, and I could tell it was my mom. And then it like got a pillow and started suffocating me, and I think I ended up waking up right at, like, it was happening, and then I woke up right after because it was like so scary. And like, I got the fuck up, and I like went to my mom's room, and I was like, Mom, did you like come into my room or anything? Like, did you anything? And she said no, like, she's just been cleaning the fucking house all day, and she leaves me alone all the time when I sleep or anything. She leaves me alone, so like there's no reason for her to come to my room usually. And she wouldn't fucking suffocate me unless she wants to kill me, which that's a whole nother fucking video if she wants to kill me. But like, no, like, it wasn't her. I know it wasn't her. And then the third one wasn't scary at all. I was just sleeping, and woke up was having sleep paralysis, and it was just my dad having a conversation with me, like saying he was gonna go somewhere, or he was gonna cook something, or something like that, like what was gonna happen later on in the day. And then I woke up, and I went to my dad. I was like, oh, were you talking to me while I was sleeping? Something about going to like Walmart. And he was like, no. And I was like, are you sure? Like, I remember you asking me questions, and you know. And he said no, like he didn't fucking go to my room at all, and he hasn't talked to me like all fucking day. So it was, I'm going crazy. That's all I have to say. I'm going fucking crazy. And this is something that like affects me. It affects me a lot because, I mean, obviously I'm not sleeping at night, which is why I stay up all night. I don't know if you guys can tell if you like look at my Twitter or anything. Like, I stay up all night, and then I sleep throughout the day because I feel safer throughout the day. When there's light out, for some reason I just feel better. But when it's nighttime, and yeah, I can't. Like, Even when I take sleeping pills, I'll take fucking melatonin, I'll take 5 pills and I can't go to sleep. It's just like I'm so scared and paranoid. It's so bad. But so yeah, that's my sleeping thing. I don't really talk about it a lot in like on social media because I feel like it's hard to describe to people because I don't know. That's why I decided to make a video, because it's hard to describe. So I taught everyone in real life, my family, my friends. I tell them all this weird little story, my sleep paralysis problems. So like they all know that, but no one online really knows it because I don't talk about it much. I just tell everybody the story, everyone that I know, all my family. And I was telling my aunt when I was over at my grandma's house, and she said that when she comes over, she feels something watching her. She says that there's been times when she's slept over at my house, or like my mom invites her over to drink, and she says that she just can't spend the night here because it gives off a scary, creepy vibe, that she feels that something's watching her. She thinks that like all of the rooms are really creepy, but the living room is safe, which is weird because I always feel safe in the living room for some weird reason. I like feel safe in the living room, like I don't know. So when she said that, I was like, fuck, I'm not the only crazy one. Like she also believes that there's something weird in my house. But the thing is, I don't think it's bad. If it's a ghost, whatever the fuck it is, it's not bad, it's not evil. It's just like here. I don't know if that makes sense. It could be like a guardian angel or something like that, you know? Something good, but the sleep paralysis and the just uneasiness that I feel in my room it doesn't feel like it's something pure and good. It's just a weird energy. But it isn't bad because I don't wake up with scratches, and I don't see things in the corner of my eye. Nothing like that. I'm getting chills. I'm so fucking scared talking about this. But once when I was falling asleep in the living room, it was 7 in the morning because I don't go to sleep until the sun comes up. I was closing my eyes, and I'm a really paranoid person before all of this happened, but like especially now I'm a paranoid person because of everything that happens. I have like I'll go to sleep, I'll close my eyes, and I open them, I close them, I open them. Like I'm crazy, I'm fucking paranoid as fuck, but that's what I do before I fall asleep. And when I'm doing that, there's this one time I opened my eyes, and you know how when you stare at a light and you look away, you still see that shadow? I saw like a black shadow. It was a man. It's like honestly it was a man, a tall man, just like in the corner, just standing there. But it was really quick. It could have been a trick of my eyes, but it was so weird that it was the exact form of a guy. And it's not like I was looking at someone and then looked away and saw that shadow, if that makes sense. I was just sleeping, and I woke up, I opened my eyes, and it was like that. I don't know. I know I seem crazy, but it was so fucking scary. There was this incident like 3 days ago. I was home alone, and I had just cut my hair, so I was like taking pictures in my bathroom, you know, and my family, they were at my brother's school for like a parent conference thing, so I was home alone, and I heard the light switch turn on. Like here, I'll make the noise so you understand what I'm saying. It was like this. Like that noise, like a fucking light switch. That's how all our light switches sound. So I heard that in the hallway, and then I heard footsteps, heavy footsteps. And heavy footsteps always, it's like my dad, because, you know, I don't know if you guys can tell the different sounds that people make, but my mom has a lighter step, and my dad has a heavier step. And it sounded like he was wearing shoes. When my dad wears shoes, it's heavier, it's loud. It was so fucking clear. It was so clear. It sounded exactly like my dad. And I opened the door and I looked out through the hallway. The light's not on or anything. I just heard the light switch noise. Like no lights were on, no lights had either turned on or turned off. They were all the way I left them. But I heard the light switch and I heard the footsteps, and I thought my family were back home. But I hadn't heard them come in through the garage door, because the garage door is loud as fuck. I would have heard it. I'm in the bathroom, it's not that far. So I was like, oh, maybe I didn't hear them, maybe they're back. So I opened the door and I look and nothing's different, there's nothing there. And then I come into the garage and open the door to see if their car is here. And like there's no, their car isn't there, it's just my car. And I just fucking heard a light switch noise and heavy footsteps. Like, it's so fucking crazy. So I just like ran back into the bathroom and I locked myself in because I was so fucking scared. And I was texting my boyfriend. I was like, dude, I heard fucking footsteps. I texted my mom and my mom did not care. But at the same time, I make it into a joke. I was scared, but I make it into a joke because I know I sound crazy. And my parents already don't believe me, so like there's no point in me saying I literally heard something. My boyfriend was like, maybe it's like someone in your house. Maybe you should, you know, maybe it's that. He said, maybe it's not a ghost. I was like, okay, maybe you're right. But there was no one in the house. There's no one in that fucking house. It wasn't a robber of fucking nothing. It was just a noise. And it's so scary. It's so goddamn scary. I'm tired of it. I'm so tired. Like, fuck. And I don't know why it comes after me, because my parents don't, they swear that nothing happens to them. My brother, nothing happens to him. It's only me. I don't know why. And I'm so annoyed. I'm so mad. So it's not necessarily a ghost. Like, it's not like something's been thrown wrong across my fucking room or something, anything like that. It's just like weird energy. Or maybe it's a ghost, but it's not a bad ghost. It's not. It's just there, and it's really weird. And I don't know why it feeds off me. But yeah, I know I sound crazy. I needed to talk about it because it literally affects everything that I do. It affects my whole day. It affects, you know, sleeping is fucking essential, of course, you know, and I don't even get to sleep because I'm so scared. Anyways, yeah, there's no conclusion to this. I just needed to like rant about this. And hopefully nothing happens to me because I talked about it. Hopefully like the ghost doesn't get mad or something. If you guys have any advice or any of your own stories that are similar to mine, that'd be great. I would love to listen to that because I just sound crazy. There was this other incident where I was home alone. It was about 11 in the morning and I was just terrified to get up from the living room and come into my room. I think I needed my charger or I needed to pee, something like that. But I was so terrified to get up and come into my room by myself that I just like stayed in the living room for like 2 hours. I literally fucking sat there and I kept going like this, looking around, because I swear to God there was someone in my house. I was so terrified. And I'm going crazy. I know I'm going crazy, but I hate my house. I hate being alone. And also my friend, she was laying on my bed while I was getting ready in my bathroom and she screamed my name. She screamed my name and she said that she felt pressure on her. Like it was something right here on her. So she got scared and she literally said it was a fucking ghost. So I'm not going crazy. There's like people to witness this stuff. I'm gonna end this video before I fucking go fucking crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna end this video. Sorry if this was weird. Yeah. Ugh. Thanks for watching. Bye.